To be your best, you have to be imperfect. And at first, that might sound confusing because it's like, oh, being imperfect, how does that make me my best? Sometimes you have to be willing to not be perfect in order for you to upscale and become that best self. When you're trying to do something, if you want to become your best self, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And this is something that I see within a lot of my training and my coaching is, an athlete, when they're first trying to do a drill or an exercise, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to be perfect at it. And that's where then you have those choices of, hey, do I want to continue doing this or do I not? But the ability to understand that it's your first time doing it and you're not going to be perfect, and that imperfection and being okay with it, being true to yourself and okay with being imperfect, okay with being uncomfortable with something, and continuing and striving through and continuing on your journey and on your path until you make it something that is comfortable and manageable and doable because you're capable of doing it. It's just oftentimes when you first start something, whether it be a weight loss journey or whether it be a new drill or an exercise or whether it be you're starting a new job, you're always going to be put in a position where it's new and you're not supposed to be perfect right away. It's actually almost insanity when people think that they should start something for the first time and actually be good at it. It's like, how are you supposed to be good at this when it's your first time ever doing it? Are you serious? Any expert at something was once a beginner. Any expert at something once struggled. They once struggled with it. You're not perfect. And being able to embrace the imperfection is ultimately something that's going to allow you to pursue becoming your best self, both on and off the field. Because again, when we're thinking about sport and we're thinking about athletics, the more you could develop both on and off the field is going to build you this immense amount of confidence for yourself in the world. Again, it's not just about the game. Like, yeah, the game's important. Don't get me wrong. We love the game. The game's a passion. The game's important to us. But the real game that we're playing is life. So when you think about the game, think about building skills that are going to be necessary to go with you throughout life. Well, do you always need to be the best in the world? And this is what, I know a lot of people that they put this pressure on themselves to be the best in the world. And so did I. When I was playing defensive midfield at Syracuse University, I wanted to be the best defensive midfielder in the country. That was something that I put on my notes. But realistically, instead of thinking about being the best defensive midfielder in the country, my thought process should have been, let me be the best defensive midfielder I can be. Because when you say in the country, now you're putting other people involved within the process. And when you put other people involved in the process, now that creates that comparison. And when you create that comparison, now you're looking at not only yourself, but you're also thinking about what so-and-so is doing or what they're doing. Instead, just focus on oneself. Just focusing on becoming the best version that you can be. And nobody that's great at something's perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect human being in this world. And if there was, imagine we were all full of perfection. AI is not even perfect. The computer's not even perfect. Technology's not even perfect. So what's a human being think of themselves as being able to ever be perfect? We're imperfect. We will always be imperfect. And the best part about that is that when you're going through the process and you're embracing the fact that you're imperfect, now you're taking lessons. Now you're seeing what you can improve on. Now you're reflecting, you're taking lessons, you're seeing what you can improve on, and then you're growing with the actions that you're taking after that. But it's the ability to be imperfect and know that you're never going to be perfect at something, but you could strive for excellence. And striving for excellence is just getting a little bit better every single day. And if you could do that over the course of time, you grow into a better athlete, into a better person, into a better human being, into a better leader, just by embracing the fact that you're imperfect. And what that does too is it takes the pressure away from oneself. Like at Syracuse University and I was thinking about becoming the best defensive midfielder in the country, that's a load of pressure that's built on a person, which pressure is good, right? Pressure is good because if you could withstand it and you don't crack, that's something that's going to elevate you. And it did. But to think about becoming the best in the world at something, erase that and replace it with, let me become my best self. My best self. And understanding that your best self is not going to be great right away. It's a process. It's time. And with this too is you're always going to be learning and growing, and the destination, there's no destination you're trying to reach. It's going to be with you your entire life, no matter what you're doing. You could be an athlete right now. You could be striving to become the best you could be as your athlete. And then when the time comes where you're no longer an athlete anymore, all of a sudden it transitions to, now I want to become the best at whatever career I choose. The best coach, the best marketer, the best teacher, the best nurse, the best plumber. Anything that you're doing, you can put forth that same exact mentality, mindset, lifestyle that you approached into the game, into your sport, into athletics, into your development, and you put it towards whatever that career is or whatever you're trying to build. You know, maybe you're in a position where your thought process is now, hey, I want to settle down. I want to build a family. Well, the same skills that you're learning is going to be the same exact thing that you're going to be approaching in whatever it is that you're doing. But the ability to be imperfect, even parents, take pressure off of yourself of being perfect parents. You're doing your best. Give yourself compassion and empathy. I think that's another big thing that comes along with understanding the value of being imperfect, is giving yourself compassion and empathy. Understanding like, hey, listen, I am a human being. I'm a person. I might feel a certain way, and I'm going to comfort myself. Because if somebody else came to me and they were talking about their challenges or they were talking about different things that they were going through, I would give them that compassion and empathy. So why not give it to myself? And that's, I think, something that needs to really be built as far as a skill within each one of us. And athletics gives us a great foundation of building such skills. When I think about empathy, there's this one play that comes into mind for myself. And it's funny because I've made a lot of great plays as an athlete. The one play I think about whenever I think about athletics was a game that we had against Rutgers. It was a routine GB coming off of the face-off. When I tell you I practiced this, and anybody that played with me knew that I practiced it, I got this GB 10 out of 10 times in practice. In practice. I would train it outside of it. I would do it in practice. And it was a routine GB. Pops up right in front of my face during a Rutgers game, and I missed it. I missed it. I was very hard on myself, and I was upset. And it actually was like a statement for the rest of the game. The rest of the game, I was a little bit in my head. It's like thinking about the difference between me getting that GB and think about the momentum swing into the rest of the game. Well, me missing that GB gave the momentum swing the opposite way. And I had a poor game. I did not like the way that I performed that game. And it was needed. But understanding that I'm not perfect and understanding that, like, it's impossible for me to, you know, always be perfect. It's impossible for me to always have the outcome that I'm striving for. It's impossible. And giving myself that compassion and empathy of like, hey, listen, you missed it. Well, I'm going to give you some comfort. I'm going to give you some support. I'm going to be upset with you because, you know, you put time into it. You were capable of making that play. But now I'm going to move forward because it's impossible for us to move back and change things. So I think understanding the value of being imperfect, having compassion and empathy for oneself, and being able to step outside your comfort zone is one of the most important things that we can do to become our best selves. And if you're really looking to become your best self, you're gonna have to step outside your comfort zone. You're gonna have to take on things and challenges that you feel like you're not capable of doing. You're gonna have to be a beginner at something. Any expert was once a beginner. If you wanna become your best, you're gonna have to become a beginner in multiple different aspects of the game, of life, of different things that you're doing. So be willing to become a beginner. Be willing to understand and accept that if you're not good at something and you just started doing it, that's normal. That's normal. And then when you keep hunting and you keep striving and you keep consistently putting one foot in front of the other and working towards making whatever that challenge was into something that was comfortable, you're going to grow every single time. And you're going to be proud of yourself for the growth and for the effort that you're putting in. That's going to instill you confidence. It's going to instill you belief in yourself. And then when you step on that field, or when you step into that work setting, or when you step into that next milestone you have within your life, you're going to be ready.